Good morning, good morning, good morning. Day one. We'll let you get settled. So, 2 blocks and a strap and a bolster. So, given that this is day 1, we will go slowly and kindly. And always know that the way that this is designed is that you have 30 minutes of asana warm-up. So if you only have 30 minutes in your day and you just want a really refreshing, resetting movement series, then just replay the first 30 minutes and usually replay the first 30 minutes of any of the sequences. They're right there for you. Many times the first 10 minutes are enough. And so you can do 10 minutes, you can do 30 minutes. And those first 30 minutes of practice are preparing us for the second half. So the first half is primarily asana, movement-based, just getting the kinks out of our system. So I slept, and all night long I had a knot right behind and under my right shoulder blade. Don't know why. So I'm sitting in meditation this morning, sort of cockeyed. This isn't useful. It's not as clear as I would like to be. So I want to move my physical body first, and then in that I create stature, clarity, strength, access to my breathing. Everything gets easier. This kriya is an advance of our past year together. It's primarily breath-based, and it's primarily breath of fire-based, and we're going to build our way into it very, very slowly and systematically. Breath of fire can be agitating to some degree, and we aren't going to take it into an agitating place. You can use breath of fire to get high, and hate to tell you, I'm not going to get you high either. I'm going to use it as a means of accessing the intelligence that's inside of you, the clarity that exists within you. And you can imagine that you have this little film of dust across your desk. And each little exhalation is just, and you're blowing the dust without moving the papers all off of your desk, just clearing that. And so that we can look at where we are and what we have and what we're doing with a new perspective of understanding. And that's really where we're going to start. So building your seat, sitting tall. Swami Radha tells us always, read before practice. They asked her, what is the key to saving the world? And she answered, you. You are the key. Heal yourself, know yourself, make yourself whole and free. Release all limits so that your love can flow unconditionally for yourself and for the world. This will open the heaven of your heart, and it will guide you without fail. So whatever bit of dust is on you where you think, what do I have to offer? We want to blow it off. Oh, I can't do that. I can't even imagine doing that. I really want to do that, but it's beyond. Clear the path. That's the breath. That's the work. Sitting tall, rub your palms. You are here to save the world. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Everything that creates and destroys, that knows. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, all that is known and unknown. We bow to all of it, outside and in. Inhale 3 times. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo shoulders. Set everything aside, but start seated on the edge of your blanket. Legs are crossed, heels are forward underneath your knees. Hands on thighs, a circle. Inhale as you come across, exhale as you roll to the back. And it's a great place to find out if you need another blanket. You'll feel that because you'll feel really constrained in this circle. And just start to feel into what needs to move. Close your eyes. Just notice what is connected to this circle. That I've noticed for weeks that my smile is sticky. Just like when your hips can be sticky. And when I do this circle, I get my smile unstuck. Heal yourself. For 3. For 2. And just pause your circle in reverse. So that you're clear in the seat, and then you're circling through the navel, and then you're circling through the heart. Three, 2, 1. And then pause tall. Inhale, chin up, 3 sips more. Tuck your chin, hold that. And then gather the pelvic floor with little pulses. Little pulses, like you were pulling a drawstring or closing a rosebud. 3, 2, 1. And lift your chin and let it go. And so as you begin to pulse Mulabandha, that base energy, you're creating a release of stagnation, just like circling your body. Hands on shins. Draw your navel forward, send your navel back. Inhale and exhale. You have a question? Inhale, exhale. So with your hands on your shins to start, I know it would have more space if you had your hands on your knees, but you have your hands on your shins, because this creates more of a rounding through the low back, which is typically where we're most constrained. This is a fused bone, so it doesn't really want to go anywhere. Inhale, exhale. The top of my head stays steady, so I'm not tucking and opening and closing through the throat. I'm moving through the spine. And it's a muscular movement, more so than we imagine, but all of it is from the navel to the floor. And the upper back is simply starting to follow. Because if we can find that motion initiated at the hips, then when you open your hands to the fronts of your knees now you're moving through the solar plexus. But the same set of muscles is moving you, and the hands are just making more space for the upper back to receive. So that we could shake out of our spine that sort of perpetual forward roll of our chin towards our chest and our gaze towards our hands. Sitting tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then pause neutral, neither forward nor back. Chin up, 3 breaths. Hook your chin, so cap the top, and then pulse the pelvic floor. And then pause it, hold all of it. Release both binds, throat and base, and notice. Starting to have a little more light. Big breath, shake it out. And fingertips to your shoulders as you turn to the left and turn to the right. So from the base you've made, you turn from there. The temptation is to try to haul yourself around from the tips of your elbows, but really the elbows are just following the work of the navel and the hips. So turn from the base, inhale left, and exhale right. Is it out of the pot? Thank you. Sit a little taller and let one wrist rise over the elbow so that you're turning like a little field goal. In left, out right, bringing this energy, this current from the heart out to the tips of your elbows, a little higher, all the way out to the fingertips. And then the hands coming high again. Interlace your fingers, put your first finger tall like a steeple and turn left, turn right. Get a little taller, you're going to rinse. The turn starts at the base. The shoulders follow. Inhale left, exhale right. It's quick and strong. Hug your forearms towards one another, straightening and opening your elbows. That you're rinsing out the slouch of your upper back. You're rinsing out the strength of your breath from the center of the body. Exhale, 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 exhale. 5, 4. Find the center. Inhale, chin comes up. 3 sips. Tuck your chin, reach, wriggle, 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 and then go wide and down. Awesome. Sometimes that's all the time we have. Come to hands and knees. So unfold your blanket, support your knees. And from your hands and knees, shift your hips back towards your child's pose. All the way out, walking your fingers forward and your hips back. And it's the first thing you might be doing this morning, and that can be a little bit tight. So come out of it by coming up, breathing in, tuck your toes, pressing back. A down dog, and start to move between those hands and knees, and then child's pose. That you could begin to notice space through the shoulders and space through the legs. That the hands are your anchor, and they draw you. Drawing the hands towards your feet brings to hands and knees. Pressing your hands away sends you to dog. One more. And the next time that you are in your hands and knees posture, pause. And add a block or 2 between your heels as needed. Now option 1, most modified, is going to have a strap. And the strap is only about a foot apart. So it's just this far apart. And that allows you to take your hands overhead and then round your back and tuck your chin and then draw your heart forward without trying to take your hands behind you. Draw your heart forward and then your heart back. So the strap could give you a little space, particularly if you have strong shoulder muscles, which can make for a little immobility overhead. Or you can interlace your fingers, turn your palms away, and inhale up and exhale down. So it's one more version of that movement through your spine. But by kneeling, we have the thigh bones in a different posture, and that allows the pelvis to move. So let it get a little lighter. and a little quicker. You might start to find a little heat through the upper back, through the chest, through the spine. 20 seconds, just like this. Feel how big the breath becomes. 3, 2, nice. Good. One more. And then release your hands down and notice the front of the body, the back of the body, the height of your head. We started with circles in the seat. We moved up to a spinal flex, initiated from the low belly. We turned from the navel. We're opening through the heart. Big reverse backstroke, one hand and then the other. Big reverse backstroke. Feel it all the way across where your neck meets the top of your shoulder girdle, which is the back of your throat chakra. So that you start to feel a little space through the back of your neck, across the top of your chest. The space between your sternum and the base of your throat. All of these places hold energy, and if we can open them, we can access more of ourselves. 3, 2, take your right arm out, circle your left hand back, and bring it underneath your right. See if you can find a bind. So that the left hand can hold the right wrist. Good, make a fist with your right hand. Slowly tuck your elbows into your navel. Let your hands fall towards your knees. Let your chin fall towards your chest. Fold in. So your hands soften and fall towards your knees. Your chin falls towards your chest. You fold in, and now a little bit from side to side, from left to right, feeling the sides of your spine, the back of your neck, the back of your chest. Tuck in, tuck in, tuck in, tuck in. And then sitting down to rise up, to unfold through the spine, to come up, up, up in the elbows. Don't go anywhere else. Up in the elbows, like you would put that right fist through the ceiling. Good. Now lift your chin slowly. 3. Chin up, hands up, elbows up. Open and close your jaw. Move through your lips, your face. Tuck your chin, elbows down. Release hands to thighs. Pause, notice. There's a release after a bind, so give it a moment. And back circles, just for 3. For 2. Good. And then left arm out, right hand big back circle, and cross right under left. Excellent. Hold the left wrist and make a fist with the left hand. Now tuck your chin into that space between your shoulders. Tuck your elbow down into your body. And soften as you have a sensation of almost collapse. And as your head falls, you move softly side to side. And just explore the tension along the sides of the spine, up between the shoulder blades. Let your chin tuck further. And then drop down into your seat to rise up into the elbows, to draw up through that left fist onto the ceiling. And your chin comes up, and you move your jaw, move your lips, move your expression, scoot your face around. Elbows up, elbows up, elbows up, elbows up. And then chin down, hands on thighs. Tops of the shoulders, back of the neck, surface of the face. coming up towards the brain, towards the crown of the head. Hands forward, tuck your toes, shift the block, and find your dog. And just notice the difference now through the chest, through the shoulders. Walking your dog or swaying your hips as you need to. Arms out long. Stepping your right foot forward. Put your left knee to the blanket. Keep your left toe tucked under. And sweep your hands up high. That'll be inhale. Hands drop down, weight shifts back. That's inhale. So up and down. Starting to make space from the left kneecap through the left thigh, the left hip, chest, heart, hand. 3 and 2. So the left arm will bend, hand to the base of your neck, right hand holds, the opposite elbow go up. Now just let the hips come a little forward and a little back. Taking your time so that each time you come back, you're elevating that left elbow a little more and then softening the bend into the front, exploring the relationship between your tricep and the front of your quadricep. Good. Come back to neutral so you're not pushed forward. Hands wide, then thumbs down. Wrap back, interlace your fingers, press your knuckles back. Now bend the front knee as you can. 3. Strong through the arms. Strong through the chest. We're opening through the front across the collarbones into the knuckles. And then hands come down. Step back, down dog. Notice the space across the collarbones, the back of the neck, the top of the head. Left foot steps up, right knee comes down. Take your time, make your way in. And shift yourself forward and back. That none of these need to be aggressive movements, that these are invitations, that the physical body is invited to open, that it's hungry to open, but it's not hungry to be punished. So once you've made some length, right hand down to the base of the neck, left hand holds the right elbow, go up, and get a little bit longer through the back of the right arm, the side of the right hip, and use the forward and back to feel the connection from your knee, through your hip, through your shoulder, through your elbow. One more. Bring your hips back, find neutral on your knee, and then hands wide. Turn your thumbs down, roll your heart forward, interlace your fingers, press into the knuckles, peel the chest, and slowly return to a bent knee. Lifting your hands away from your hip, your arms are strong. I'm not nearly as far as I could go into my front hip. I'm reaching back through my knuckles, open through the chest, and controlling the bend of my left knee with my left thigh. Just explore. Release your hands, downward facing dog. Walk the dog, wag your tail, turn your chin. So that we're moving all the way through the body. Find a dog, be still. Bend your knees, lift your heels, lift your hips, and then press your heels back and down. Bend your knees, lift your heels over the balls of your feet, lift your hips up higher, reach your heels back and down. One more. Bend your knees, lift your heels, lift your hips, press your heels back down, find your dog, stay 3. The front body, the back body, the arms, the legs. Fold your blanket in half, front to back, so it's long. Sit down so that your hips are supported on the edge of that blanket and your heels are out wide. Shake out your feet side to side, your knees up and down. If you like, a block in front will give you a little bit of height. So for some folks, this can be a really excruciating place. Don't go far if it is. Yep, so you're just seated on the edge of that, which will help tip your pelvis. And just come to land, reaching into the inner edge of your heels, a little bit of a sway side to side. And the sway will start to open one inner thigh, the other. Hand on block if you need a little height. Or you can set your block forward and put your forearms down on that block. Little tiny motion side to side. Letting the crown of your head be in line with the center of your heart. Your heart is in line with your seat. Making a little bit of a fold. Fold in by pressing into your heels. Rinse the backs of your legs. Draw the toes towards your hips. And rise up. So that you can bring your right leg straight in front and your left heel will bend in. So this is building into the hips. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent, fingertips to the floor. And I stay seated on the edge of my blanket. And just fold for 3. Inhale to lift and to lengthen, and exhale to fold down 2. A little side to side, finding your pose. So walk, your left hand can go further forward than your right, or your left hand holds your outer shin, or your outer ankle, or your outer heel, outer foot, and fold, sending your left hip back and down. This turns your navel to the right, as though you would bring your nose outside the right shin. As you can for 3. And then unfold. Left leg straight, right knee bends. Because you've made length from the left hip to the left shoulder, use that to wrap around and turn to the right. So change your legs, that you have the right leg back now. Super. You may hold the shin reversing or getting your elbow outside of the knee. Inhale as you turn to the front. And exhale as you turn your chin to the back. And you just softening on the exhalation, the navel spinning to the right, the inner thighs towards each other. And the next time you turn to the back, stay tall, chest broad. Letting the left thigh be heavy. You can even shake out the left thigh, which gives you more of an anchor. And as the left thigh is heavy into the floor, it allows the chest to turn to the right. Turn to the front. Shake out your feet side to side and your knees up and down. And just for a moment, bring the heels together, the soles of your feet together. And then fingertips to the floor or hands to the ankles, making little circles, little tiny circles. For some, it may seem impossible. Make the circle as small as it needs to be. And reverse your circle. All of this relieving strain or tension in the low back and the hips, how they relate. And now straighten your left leg and your right heel in and your fingertips on either side as you fold. Inhale to lift halfway and exhale to fold it all the way down. So this asana warm-up may shift through our 40 days, because what we're doing here is simply creating space so that we can sit cleanly, clearly through the hips and the low back. Right hand either moves forward or holds the outer left shin, the outer ankle, or the outer foot, and fold, bringing your nose towards the outside of the left shin. Slowing and deepening your breathing, slowing and deepening your effort, smoothing out an internal relationship so that you aren't tugging at yourself. You're simply allowing the elasticity to become untangled and accessible. Unfolding, the right leg straightens. The left knee bends, and you wrap this length from your right outer hip all the way around your shin and turn to the left shoulder. So if you start at the crown, turning the chin, on the exhale, turn to the back shoulder, in left, and then turn. Soften through the navel. Keep your turn to the back, shake out your right knee, shake out your right foot so that you're not holding there, but instead you're resting in the sole of your left foot, in the back of your right thigh. And in that rest, the upper back can soften. The upper back isn't working. And uncoil. Cross your legs to sit tall and notice. And just see if there's a little more space through the spine. And hand down. We're just going to sweep from side to side. Rinse it out. So again, if you had 30 minutes, that would be a really great way to move from the base of your body to the crown and to establish a simple seat. And from this seat you can sit still even for 3 to 5 minutes. Good. So as you sit up tall, I want you to have your hands on your thighs and just notice for a moment, is there any rounding in your low back? If so, get higher. If you have any issues with sitting in a crossed leg, I would suggest sitting in a chair, because we will be seated here. We don't want the seat to be in our way. The asana prepares our seat so that our mind isn't battling our body. So I'm giving you a minute here to adjust, build the seat. If there's a posture that you need right now to take it a little bit further. Again, our warm-up may shift through these 40 days. And if you like, find a chair and sit up tall. The breath of fire is very, very simple and very easy to miss. Imagine you have this great plate of muscle that's your diaphragm, and it goes up and down. And yet, just like our right hand, our left hand, it can be uncoordinated. And so settle in, finding the back of your seat so the body's at ease, so that you're not clenched into the front of your body. We want to find ease in the diaphragm. And on the inhale, there's an opening. And on the exhale, that diaphragm flicks up into the body. You let the inhale happen, and then you send it out. So with my hands, I'm showing what the diaphragm would be doing. So it's like a little elastic band. The inhale will happen naturally. Your only course is to find the exhale. Now we're going to get lighter and quicker. And if you like, put your hand on your solar plexus and just feel that start to happen. So it's this little pulsing breath. Only the exhalation, the inhalation is passive. It's going to happen on its own, just as if you were laughing. It's light. There will be times when you feel clumsy in your own breathing, which is a funky thing. There will be times that you will want to quit, stop, rest. Stop and rest if you need to. Listen to yourself. This is day one. There will be times when you're trying very hard. Soften. Palms together. Bring your thumbs to your sternum. Elbows wide. So there's a little pressure into the chest. We're going to start with the mouth open. So you feel that little flick of the diaphragm inside of you. Have enough space between the pulses that you can feel the diaphragm rising and falling. When that rhythm is steady, when the sensation feels a little more familiar, close your mouth, close your eyes. Soften your upper back, sit tall, a little tuck of the chin. And we'll go just here, 30 seconds, paying attention to the energy at your navel. Keep the breath. Press your hands a little more clearly. That will lengthen your spine. That will broaden your back. Strong in the hands. Now keep the breath and bring your attention to the midbrain. Press your hands. Close your eyes. Attention to the midbrain. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Breathe in. Lift your chin. 3 sips. Fill it up. Tuck your chin. Heart high. Press. Pelvic floor rising. Press. Seal it all for 4. For 3. Heart up, heart up, heart up. Chin up. Breath out. Hands down. Notice 2 long, smooth breaths. Starting to feel a change. Left hand, turn your palm away and place the thumb pointing down in front of your heart. Right hand, put your fingers together and then clasp your fingers and thumbs up. This is bear grip. You're in front of your heart. Feel the pulse of your diaphragm with the mouth open, a whisper of ha. As you settle into that rhythm, pull the elbows wide just enough to sit a little taller. A little tension in the hands. And then close the mouth, out the nose, steady breath, a minute. If you feel yourself falling apart or getting lost, a little tension in the hands holds you up. You're finding a steadiness in your breath. Five, 4, 3, 2. Breath in, chin up, 3 sips. Tuck your chin, cap the top, elbows wide. Stabilize this, stabilize this. Gather the pelvic floor in and up. Elevate through the spine. And then chin up, breath out, hands down, notice. Long, even breathing. Releasing any temptation of agitation. The back of the neck is long, the shoulders are soft, the body is open. There is a potential for extraordinary intelligence. There's so much wisdom in every cell. We're opening a gateway to access our intelligence. Left hand, palm forward in front of your throat. Right hand on left, palm faces you. Find the clasp, thumbs into the body, into the hands. So you're the height of your throat. Find the breath with the mouth. Close the mouth, out the nose, elbows wide, heart high, chin lightly in, if you like, lifting the pelvic floor so slightly. So all of this is building energy. It's building clarity. It's building freedom. But it's not building agitation. If it's agitating, soften it. Soften it. Tuck your chin up through the spine. As you try to pull your hands apart, there's a slight lengthening through the base of the skull. Widen the base of the neck. Lengthen the back of the neck, slightly tucking the chin, elbows apart, 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. Chin up, breath in, 3 more sips. Tuck your chin, cap that, elbows wide, back of the neck long, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the spine, tuck your chin, lift the pelvic floor, stay 3. You are building a body of energy in your body. You are a body of light. Chin up, breath out, hands down, notice, clarify, release, let go, fall in, fall through. How do you save the world? You heal yourself. How do you heal yourself? You love yourself. How do you love yourself? The light. The light. The light of your body. Let it through. No agitation. Keep letting it through. There's nothing to hold. There's nothing to keep. There's nothing to make. Keep letting it through. Keep letting old trauma out and through. Keep letting old patterns out and through. That's what we're accessing with this breath. Subtle work and big work. Bear grip. Left palm faces away. Right hand faces in. Find the clasp. Hands overhead or the height of the third eye. So it depends on your shoulder joints. Go where you can go. Slight tension in the elbows. Out the mouth to start. We go. Focus, clarity, power. Close the mouth, out the nose, sitting tall, heart high, chin in, little tension in the hands. Build the structure and then turn on the lights. Build the structure, sitting taller, a little shake of the head if you need to, rearrange it, elbows wide, little tension in the hands. 20 seconds, clear, steady, strong. You are reliable, trust yourself. Five, 4, 3, 2, chin up, breath in, 3 sips. Tuck your chin, cap it, little wriggle, go up, go up, go up. Gather the pelvic floor, we stay. 5, 4, 3, let it build, let it build, let it build. Chin up, breath out, go wide. Open your palms to the ceiling, bend your elbows. Pause with your hands out, elbows bent, and feel the bright light in your hands. You can't imagine how important you are to the world today. This is the power. The power of the creation of planets and galaxies is in you, is of you, is yours. That power in your hands, that power in your breath, that light in your body, in your being, you are the same creator as that which made this planet, this season, this light. Left hand on heart, right hand on belly. This body. Palms together. Press the palms, thumbs at the heart, press the heart, heart up, chin in, get a little taller, stronger in the seat, same breath, 1 minute. When you found it, close your mouth, out the nose, steady breath, 45 seconds. Little press, little height, little tuck of the chin. So start to tuck the chin, gathering the chin in towards the base of the throat. Sit a little taller, and you're catching the energy, and you're holding it around your heart. And the movement of your diaphragm becomes steady and certain, light and free. 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. 3 sips. Tuck your chin, keep it all. Press your palms, press your heart. Be still, be quiet, soften your face, lift your chin, soften your face, hands down, palms open, let it go. We create agitation when we doubt our power, when we try to hold it back or push it around. Soft shoulders, soft face. Just keep softening, keep inviting this to move through you, out of you, beyond you, through you. Any sensation of agitation can melt, be met with the inhale, be released with the exhale. And so we need a big physical shift. We're creating a lot of power. We need to use and release that power. Shake out your feet, shake out your knees. You're nearly home. Got one place to go, and then a huge, juicy 8-minute Shavasana. You can just fall apart. So build your seat. It's called the Pranic Swim, and it's just like you were swimming. So you're moving through the shoulders. It can be small enough that you're just moving through in front of you, or the elbows can go behind you. This is up to you. You're just creating momentum so that it passes through. Open your mouth out with a ha. Now it's your pace. If I'm too fast, then you go slower. You close your mouth. You find that steady rhythm. You find the steady movement of your arms, and you're finding an enormous amount of clarity out of the breath, out of the body. Move as you need to here. You got 2 minutes, just this way. Let it move the spine, let it roll the shoulders, let it move the head, so that there is an access. You're encountering tension and you're breathing it out and you're moving it out, and the spine becomes more accessible, the shoulders become accessible, the neck and the jaw and the face. So if you're building tension there, the invitation is to loosen it, to pause, to shake it out, to come back in. You got 30 seconds. Let it move a little faster, a little more loosely. Five, four, three, two, one. Hands wide. Call it up. 3 sips. Tuck your chin. Hands up. Pause. Pause. Bring your palms together and set them at the center of your chest. Thumbs resting at the sternum. A little pressure into the hands. A little pressure into the heart. Stabilize. So we activate our energy. We direct it. And then we stabilize it. If you need to, kick your legs out in front. Press your palms. Just stay 30 seconds. That's it. Feeling the energy coalesce at the navel. Feeling the energy coalesce at the third eye, at the midbrain. A quieting. A settling. And then letting go. And as we build our Shavasana, you can build it in any way that you choose. It is 8 minutes long. That was a lot that we did. And so you want to give yourself sufficient time in your stillness to integrate the work so that it isn't agitation. So I've opened my blanket, give myself my back, my hips, the back of my head a little support. Palms are open. If you need to be covered, something over you, a sweater or a wrap. The feet shake out side to side. The knees shake out up and down. The tail is loose. The body becomes open. And still. Feeling your breathing soften. Feeling your weight drop into the back of your body. Feeling a full surrender. How the floor rises to meet you on the exhalation. Feeling the weight of your heels as they contact the floor. Let your feet be at ease. Let your heels be heavy. Feel how your calves rest on the floor. Let your knees open. Let the legs be heavy. Feel the left hip release and the right. Feel the hips on the floor. Feel the bowl of your belly soft. Feel the movement of breath in the bowl of your belly soft. Feel the chest. The right side lung and the left side lung and the heart within them. Soft. Left side shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left palm. Soft. Right side shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right palm. Soft. Back of the neck. Lower jaw, back of your head. The sensations of your scalp, crown of your head, soft. The skin around your eyes, smooth and at ease. And the space between your eyebrows, open. Coming out, we start at the fingertips. Hey, Sukes. Moving your fingers and walk your feet in, one at a time. And then a little bit softly side to side. Hands to shins. Take your time and be still. The breath into the back of your body. To roll your way to a seat. And as you sit tall, just pause and notice. Each aspect of deep patterning that we can be a part of is a contribution to today. We hold yesterday in our body. We hold our families and our cultures in our posture and in our connective tissue and in our words. As we regulate the breath, as we build that steady little exhalation, as we release and rest our bodies completely, we begin to repattern our connective tissue free of yesterday, free of our family systems. And we come into our own choice of this moment. This is our power. This is our healing. This is our contribution. Each of us making reparations for what has been by leaving it out of us. Take your hands wide, gathering yourself up. Shake out the fingers, a wag of the tail. Palms together. And draw your thumbs to the forehead center. I am this, clear, strong, steady, sound, and wise. I bow to it all. Long Sat, Short Nam, inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. Day one. Day one always has a response. That was great, that wasn't. It's just day one. But you are more powerful than you realize. You are more appreciated than you realize. You are more important than you realize. And this work makes all of that far more available. So again, any agitation later, I want you to have long, deep breathing. Breath of fire will call up old ways, and you're going to breathe them out. We have time, we'll build it up over time. The warm-up will change, we'll build our seat. And this is the master breath, the one that starts it all. I will see you so soon. Welcome, welcome. This is your arrival into 2022 with me. So keen to share this practice. We go again Tuesday live, replay today if you're going to do tomorrow. So Tuesday live, Thursday live, both at noon Eastern Time. Saturday morning is vinyasa with more restorative. So if there's any part of you in those twists and those folds that was sticky, yesterday's vinyasa is absolutely a setup for this whole month. You could replay that every single Saturday and it would really help the whole of this sequence. So all of the practices that I'm offering within this 40-day boundary are serving the same function, the same outcome. I will see you there. Tuesday noon, Thursday noon, Saturday vinyasa at 9:30, and today, Sundays at 8. Thank you for your time. Go well.